Hey guys, it's Awilda here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's video is going to be a product review of some Dollar Tree pens that I have here. These pens, unfortunately, I had done a product review before, and when I was about to edit it, the file became corrupt, so I have to start over again. So I am showing you that these are the actual products I'm going to be reviewing, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do them a set at a time. I'm going to do them a set at a time so you can see how they write and my honest opinions of whether I like them or not. So the first review I'm going to be doing is of the Jot style pens here. These are regular black ink pens. It's a 0.7 millimeter pen, ballpoint pen, and it is from the brand of Jot, and you get 4 pens, these 4 in a pack. They're all black ink, but the style of the pens on the outside is obviously different. Now these are gel pens, and I'm just going to show you how they write. Now they're all black ink, but I just want to give you an idea of, this is what the point looks like, by the way, before I go into it. My initial reaction is this is a very, very smooth pen. It does not have a grip anywhere on here. So when you do use this pen, just be aware that if you press hard or anything like that, pen might slide out of your hand, or if you write for a long time, there is no true grip. I don't know if that's something that would bother you. It does not bother me at all, but I just thought I'd share that information with you. The pen tip itself is a regular ballpoint pen, and it looks like a really nice pen. And yeah, pretty much I'll write down what it does. Now these pens here have like a very smooth writing to them. They're very, very smooth. I actually do like the way they write, but it does scrape a little bit when you write with them. As you can hear, they do scrape. I'm not one to, it doesn't bother me. I don't know if this is something that'll bother you, and I am pressing very, very lightly. Let me try this one again. It's a little dry. Yeah, this one's a little dry. I don't know if it's just, but yeah, they do write for the most part very smooth, and I do like the way they look. I like the way they feel. It's not too bad for $1. I think this is really good. It's a like I said, it's a 0.7 millimeter pen tip, and it's more like a mini marker than it is a pen, as far as for myself, in my opinion. I think it's more of a marker style to it. Now that's it for these. Now the next set I'm going to be sharing with you is my opinions of these pen here. They're actually from the brand CORSET. 2 came in a pack, and the scent was a peace and calm scent. When I initially opened up this set, it had a very powerful scent, like a perfumey scent, almost like floral scented. And as I took them out of the packaging, they started to kind of dissolve. The scent was not as strong, and quite honestly, you can barely smell it now. So I don't know if that's something you were wanting for it to have. It's actually really nice now. When you initially open it, I think it was too powerful, but once you use it, it's a very subtle scent, so it's actually very pleasant. I do like it. Now, like I said, you get 1 set for $1, so you may get, I don't remember if it was this and this, or was it, I don't remember the color it came in, unfortunately. Yeah, now as far as the feel for these pens, they actually feel very, very smooth. The cap does come off fairly easily. Now the tip looks like this. It's more of a marker tip than it is a pen tip, because obviously these are felt pen tips, not like a ballpoint pen. So, and this writes, it should write in the color. So I actually do like the way these write. They do write in the color that they represent on the pen itself. So it's a very, very smooth writing. Again, they do have that scraping sound. I don't know if that's something that would bother you. Again, it does not bother me. I actually don't mind it at all. To be honest, I think it would bother me if I was to color with these. I don't think I'd use these for coloring, only because I don't like that constant scratchy sound. But, and I am writing very, very lightly with these pens. But yeah, so these are what they look like so far. Now the next set that I'm going to be reviewing is actually these four here. And these are felt tip markers, and they're from the Jot brand. The feel of the pen feels very, very nice. It's a very good weight. It's not heavy. It's actually very, very light. I also love that it has a little bit of a grip here. So when you're holding it, it feels very nice with the grip. Now, the tip of the pen is a very fine marker tip. And I think that's really, really nice. I do like that. And each pen does write very, very smoothly. I like the way it feels. It writes very smoothly. Now, I have to be honest. On my initial testing of these pens, the tip came out. It just popped right out. The whole entire thing just came out. And I had to pop it back in. And so far, this is my second time using this pen. And once again, the tip popped out. Now, I don't know if this is something that will happen to all packaging, but it did happen to this one package that I have here. Now, as far as the writing on these pens, they write very, very nicely. I do like the way it writes. It's a very smooth feeling. You just have to be careful when pulling the pens out. Now, what I'm going to be doing for mine is if it happens to consistently, I might add a tiny dab of glue, almost like an E6000 glue, and just like a permanent glue that would help it to kind of adhere to itself. And I would have to be careful with the cap because it will come off with the cap. Now this one, same thing. Once again, the cap came off. Well, I'm sorry, the tip came off with the cap. Now I don't know why it did this, and it's actually very difficult to pop these back out, and I'm getting ink all over my hands. And unfortunately, this has happened twice already, and I really don't know how to get it out unless I have like some sort of knife or something where I can kind of pull it out. I don't know, like I said, I don't know. Here you go, I got it out. I had to put my nail between the cap and the end of the tip, at the end of the pen, in order to get that to pop out. Now, it does write really nicely, and it does have a good grip. It's just the popping them in and out of the pen's cap that I have an issue with so far. Now, like I said, I have to really be careful and stick my nail in there, and then I'm able to use it. Now, I do like the way they write. It is a very smooth writing. It's very light, and I like the grip in the end. That's the only issue, is that you have to stick your nail in there, kind of wiggle and pull, unless you want to put glue in there. But I don't know what that's going to do to the ink. So that's just my thoughts on that. So this is what the pens all look like. Now these, of course, are this here. The blue is a really dark blue, and even though you can tell here on paper that it's blue, I'm not sure if that's something that's picking up on camera because this is such a white sheet of paper. What I'll do is I'll bring it closer to you so you can kind of see what it looks like. And this is the first set here, which is just the black ink pens, and those are from the Jot brand, and those are called gel pens, and they're very, very smooth. I do recommend this set here. It is a great set to have. It is a great pen set to have for your kids, for yourself, work, whatever. It writes very smooth. I do enjoy the way these work. They feel great, they look great, and it's a very nice set to have. The second set here, it's a little thicker. I don't know if this is something I would use in the future outside of coloring on coloring pages. I don't think I would use these in my planners, for example, because of how thick it is. It's a very thick, and I'm heavy-handed. I tend to write pretty heavily or very hard, and with these pens and markers I'm learning to write a little lighter so I don't press down so hard. Now the back is what this looks like. As you can see, there's a little bit of a see-through to it. Now this is printer paper that I'm using, and I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but you can kind of see the pens slipping through a little bit. It's not bleeding, but you can just see the pens through the back. So if you're concerned, like I know the Target planner papers. They're very thin, and oftentimes you can see it bleed through to the other side. So I don't know if you want to use this on your happy planner, or maybe just stick to coloring pages, or maybe maybe this is just something that's not for you because of how the pens work or the markers work. I do like the feel. I love the color. The scent is very pleasant, so I do like these. So I do recommend them. I really do like these a lot. These are a lot of fun, and yeah, I do recommend these if you wanted to get a nice little set. Now these pens here, or I should say these markers, are actually for coloring. It says here it's perfect for adult coloring. I do like the way they feel. This is something I would definitely use in my happy planner and even in my Target Dollar Spot planner. These are very fine tip, and they're felt tip markers. I do like the way they feel, and like I said, the only problem or the only issue I had was when you remove the cap, you kind of have to hold the back or the tip of the pens down so they don't pop off with the caps. Outside of that, I truly don't have an issue with them. They work very well. I am going to be using this in my planners in the future, so I do plan on using these, and I do enjoy them a lot. So this is definitely something that I would recommend if you're in a pinch, or if it doesn't bother you to use the you know, you have to work with the tips. If it doesn't bother you to work with the tips, then this is something I definitely recommend for you to get. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so yet, subscribe. I would truly love to have you join my growing YouTube family. Make sure to click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified of future videos that I post. And if you have any questions about these pens, definitely leave me a comment down below, and I'll answer any questions you may have. I do recommend them, like I said before. And yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.